We are live, should be. Good evening, one and all. Put chat up on the front. Good evening. How is everybody? Scroll up to the top of chat. Say good evening to one or two people. Original Owner 777. Good evening. Grant Mullins. Good evening. Simon62. Caught a little bit of your show, Simon, on Saturday, but not much, I'm afraid. I've already said Grant Mullins. Mick King, good evening, Mick King. Rajit, now not in capitals, good evening.
Yeah, he's had enough of caps, so he's gone.
Made me laugh. He said that's for attention-seeking fools or something. It's funny. Webley, evening Webley, evening TVP. Who else have we got? Simon, I've said JD, evening JD. Fletch, good evening. Scott Morrison, good evening. Thanks, YouTube. I'm now live, apparently. Mick King, Jason Lee, Black Country Vapor, good evening. Yep, we're all okay, thank you. David Adair, evening, David. David, I haven't forgotten your billet box top. I will chase that down. I've got one somewhere. No, I have. We'll speak about that later. Tolmac, good evening. And who else? Scott Morrison, I've said. Repeat. Adrian Mason, good evening. Matt Polly. Daniel, evening Daniel, one of my spanners. Nice to see you on parade on time this week, Daniel.
I know, yeah, what's going on?
Raw.
He was here early.
Daniel, have you had your written warning yet, Daniel? It's in the post.
Daniel's written warning. Rawsting, good evening. Let's get on it. Original owner of said Jackson Vape Reviews. He's in the house. He's down here on the screen. Mark, how do you pronounce that? John. I think it's John. Evening, gents.
Yawn. It's Yawn. He's one of them. He's one of them Germans.
Yawn. In Unicron's hole. I know how to pronounce that one. Justin. Evening, Justin. Crikey, Matt. Hello. What was that? Is that you, Jackson?
Oh, yeah, probably will be. Notification every 5 seconds.
Matt Benson, yeah, I'll put that comment on the screen. We'll get to that. There you go. Put you up in lights. Yeah, you did. Rob, UK Vapester, evening MF, evening MF. And Jackie Chan, good evening, Jackie. Peter Kendall, Aaron, Nutty Vapes. It's not smoke. Heat Vapes, evening Heat Vapes. Danny Arundit, I think I'll stick with that. Rajit. Lynn, evening Lynn, spanner number 2. And we're only waiting for Kieran now, aren't we, to get spanner number 3? That's it, that's all. Oh no, we've got Laurie as well, so we've got 4 now, haven't we? Paul, evening Paul. Got to be down the bottom now. Got to be. Ian, above the clouds, evening to you. How are you? I haven't spoken to you lately, Ian, for all.
Why? Did you just say Laurie's in chat?
No, she's not in chat yet. No.
Oh, I'm going to first. She's because I could have sworn last week you said she was in chat and I couldn't see her. Maybe she's blocked me. Oh.
She hadn't blocked you. Laurie wouldn't know how.
ever since she's got the spanner, she's been more missing than she has been here.
Yes, she has. But I did read she had an issue with her dog, which is now resolved, which is good news. Rufus, evening Rufus. Helen Knight. Jackie Chan, I've done. Dion, evening Dion. Wendy Blank. God, let me catch up, everyone. Chris Doyle, Tim Baker. Got everyone. I'm going to go quick. Right, I've got everyone. Welcome, one and all, and welcome to Kevin Smith. And welcome to you three. Good evening. How are we all tonight?
All right, mate. You?
Yeah, not bad. Yeah,
I'm here.
Pretty good. My end.
Quite low stress levels for me tonight. It's quite nice, isn't it? You look chilled, Mark, or should I say, Dick?
Yeah, I'm all chilled, relaxing, mate. Yeah, nice. I'm not in work till Thursday. I was in Sunday and not been in now till Thursday. So yeah, nice chilled week.
So where's all your reviews?
I recorded a couple today. just need editing.
No, Roy. Okay, let's tell everyone what we're vaping on. Roy, you can go first this week. I'm going to speak to you first.
Well, I have got my Ed Balance with my Ed Zachary. Nice little combo matched together. We've got the Vupu Argus with the Vupu pod on top. We have the Hell Vape Rip Chippers and Homeboys pod.
You are just you can't help yourself, can you, Roy?
It's not my fault. Sorry, Grim.
Oh,
not
right,
Grim Green.
swine.
It's not my fault. It's Grim Green, Homeboy, and Hell Vape.
Oh, you swine, Roy.
What?
You caught me off guard.
Yeah, a couple of a good reviewer, and they do something or other, Homeboy, and that little company Hell Vape that makes the Hell Beast and a few other bits and pieces.
Wonderful company, I've heard. Yeah, wonderful.
Excellent stuff. Is that your
That's all, and the little Vupu Air as normal.
Vupu?
Little
Vupu. Jackson, good evening. How are you?
I'm good. I'm not too bad. I'm plodding on. That's all we can do. Quick and simple. We've got the Ed Zachary version 2. Very, very impressed with this. And the review for this has gone up on the channel today. So if you ain't watched it, go over and take a look. And also, as usual, we've got the Aromarizer Plus V2. And that's all we got for tonight, guys. Quick and simple. Direct lung and mouth to lung.
And your juices? What juices are you using tonight?
Oh, juices, nothing special. We've got a bit of Joe Toon's Wrath Drip Axe.
Right.
Very, like sort of a really ice cold menthol, which is like a blueberry sort of menthol. I like that. And then I've got a bit of, I know TVP don't like it, watermelon.
No.
Room 112 from Hip Hop. That's quite a nice watermelon, to be fair with you. It's not over sweet. It's sort of middle range sweetness. It's not bad. Not bad. I've got the last dribs of it left. So
I've never found a
and that's it.
that I like. I've tried several. It never seems to be a flavour that does it for me. Somehow, watermelon. Don't know.
No, it's a very
that one. Go on, Mark.
It's a very distinct flavour. You either like it or you hate it. There's no in between with watermelon.
Yeah.
Marmite.
Oh.
Okay, well, up to the top right. Dick Pound. How are you, sir?
Yes, Mr. Pound tonight. Mr. Dick Pound. You can call me Dick. So I am on the Independent Mods 250C LiPo with the Violator. Still my go-to setup. That absolutely crushing that setup. I'm on my DNA 60 Ed Balance with the Ed Zachary version 2 on, which is thoroughly amazing, just as I knew it would be, because I did love the V1. This is even better. Yeah, the airflow they've done on this is just fantastic. Cracking tank. I mean, as even for a Ed, as motor-lung tanks go, it takes some beating. It really, really does. Just a phenomenal vape. Yeah. And inside there, I've got some of mine and Mark's strawberry custard, 9 milligram 50/50, which is performing like a champion.
That's my favourite out of them all, Mark. It's just liquid crack.
Yeah, no, even in the cave when it's beautiful, mate. Really, really nice vape. And finally, I'm on the Geek Vape. What is this? The Aegis Pod thingy, Pro thingy. I don't know what this is even called. With the black kernels, the black inside there. And of course, I've got a little cheeky brew dog on the go because I'm off work tomorrow. Why not?
Brew dog. Lovely. Okay. Right, well, what am I on? I'm on a slight difference from you boys, the Easy Mod with the Ed Zachary. I was going to put a funny Ed Zachary on, but I didn't have time, so I couldn't. Sorry, guys. I agree with you, Mark. With the version 1, even I reviewed the genuine one, and I said that it was good, but not perfect. They've really cracked the airflow on this, I think. That's where the difference is for me with the version 2. They've really got it spot on. So thoroughly enjoying this. I'm on the Bishop RTA on top of the DNA 60 Ed Balance, Roy.
You've banged it. So not only has Ed been banging the Zachary out in his bedroom, you've been banging the Bishop.
I've been banging the Bishop, you might say, which is better than bashing the Bishop. And, you know, when it comes to juices, I've got your Kilberry one in here, the Kiwi one, which I've left it 2 weeks. So I want to try it again. And we had a very, very quick chat before the show. And I don't think you're spot on with it yet, are you?
No, I'm not happy with it, no.
Nor am I. And I think out of the three, strawberry custard and the strawberry banana milkshake, honestly, guys, in my opinion, absolutely bob on there. Wouldn't change.
We'll get it. Listen, we'll get it right. I think, and honestly, Mark, I know like they weren't keen on doing it, but mix my recipe up and just try that. And yeah, honestly, it's night and day to that.
Yeah, we will do. We'll get that. We'll get that sorted.
Just to make you aware, Laurie's in the house, just in case you don't see it until half an hour later.
I'll get to Laurie and I'll catch up on chat in a minute. So, did you notice the spanner then, Roy? Was that it? So, yeah, I mean, I'm quite pleased anyway, because very often with juices, I've had them before when I developed the True Juice range, and, you know, they've never got them right first time. Some of them, it takes 3, 4, 5 attempts. Well, we got 2 straight away, but one we kind of knew before it was going to happen, but the strawberry custard. But the other one, chuffed with both those. So it's just the third one, and if we have to go with 2 to start with, Mark, I'm sure you agree. That's what we'll do. Better to do.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'll be slightly disappointed, but it won't be the end of the world. You know what I mean?
Better to do 2 and do them properly than 3 and get one wrong, I think. So, yep. So, and the Bishop, we'll talk about the Bishop as well in a little while, just for Matt Benson's benefit.
lot of love for Hellvape going on in chat. Hashtag Hellvape.
Hashtag Hellvape. And the dot mod with the dot shell inside. And that's pretty much all I'm on tonight, those 3 things. So let's have a look in chat. Chris Horton. Anyone tried the intake mouth to lung? Is it as good as the Nevermore for a mouth to lung RTA? I haven't tried it. I think I might have one coming. I think someone in chat, a good friend of mine, is sending me one, I think, but I'm not certain on that. I can't remember.
Well, I did put in chat, although it's very good, the intake. It's not quite Nevermore good.
Right, you are. Any other comments in chat? Oh, there you go. Yeah, not as good, Chris, but still good. Yep. Anywhere else? Got me Kelpie RTA out of retirement, left me modern arbiter sisters. Oh, my word.
Who put that? Sorry to hear that. So you get through it.
Things must be tight.
John, hi Mark, Naturevape. This is your Rect OAP. Thanks for your phone call last week. Oh, I thought something about my Rect OAP. Thought, what's that? All sorted with screwdrivers, etc. Excellent, jolly good. That was reference to. We had a conversation last week about grub screws, and I gave them the link as to where to buy them. And if anyone else wants to know, I did put that link in last week's show underneath for those grub screws, which are very, very good. I can vouch for them. And the Wera screwdrivers for John McGarrell. So that's that one. Any other comments? If you got a question, just put a big old Q in front, or Naturevape, or Mark TVP, or Jackson, or something.
Yeah, any questions? Or you can even slap them in caps, just with a question mark on the end.
They'll highlight them out, then I won't have to go through all of them. I haven't seen Laurie yet. Fiona Clark, good evening, Fiona Clark. Nikki Maynard, good evening. I don't think I.
She's commented twice.
Oh, is she? I'll get in trouble now as well if I don't recognise her comment. Oh, there she is, Laurie. Hi, all. Have missed you. Yeah, we missed you too, Laurie. Our fourth sale. All the spanners in tonight. There's Kieran as well. What about that?
Full house of spanners.
A full house of spanners. Yeah, perhaps.
Daniel's been demoted though to bottom spanner now, hasn't
What, Daniel?
he? Yeah, he's got to work his way back up now.
Is that poor attendance?
Poor attendance, yeah. Poor punctuality, Daniel. Needs to be worked out some.
Well, thank you, Wendy Blank. She's going to make a bigger effort to attend more often. That's good of you. Always nice to see. I mean, chuffed actually last week. We got a lot of people watched last week, and we had a lot of views after the show. I think we're over 700, which is amazing. I'd never thought, you know, when I started this, it was just, I thought I'd probably get 30. But it's grown nicely. It's nice. And obviously, people like what they hear. We have a general bit of fun and a little bit of banter. So,
Vapes has got a question for Jackson.
yeah, just seen that. There you go.
What's with the 1080p ghost look?
He looks
What,
all
the
right.
ghost look?
You're looking a bit pale there, Marky Mark. I'm not gonna lie. You could do with a bit more colour in your cheeks, son.
Oh, I'm getting used to these bloody lights, and I've got these two lights at the side. I move them one way, I go to fucking black. I move them the other way, I go to fucking white. So I'm staying
No,
in
the
the middle.
perfect way they are now.
I
All you
don't
need to
mind.
do. No, all you need to do now,
Yeah,
leave
go
your
on.
lights there and just up your colour on your camera slightly, maybe 5 or 6 points.
Oh, that's too technical for me, mate. I don't know where to find the fucking colour on the camera.
No, don't, Mark.
Camera.
Don't touch it. Leave it. Just leave it. God, dear.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah, and you weren't too well last week, were you, Mark? But you didn't tell anyone. You just soldiered through, and you weren't.
No, I was in agony. I'll be honest with you, I was in agony. And obviously after the show and everything like that, I ended up going into hospital. So that sort of shows you how sort of bad I was. I hate going in hospital and stuff anyway. I just like to plod on, go to work, plod on. But it come to a point last week where I couldn't do no more. So touch wood at the minute now. I'm on some strong painkillers and everything. So I'm getting better anyway, day by day. So you just sort of carry on, don't you?
You
know,
do soldier on. But if anyone wonders,
You're a trooper.
Yeah.
You're a trooper, Jackson. You didn't say a word to any of us last week.
no,
And apparently, by all accounts, she was fucking half dead.
Well, it's like I was saying to Mark, I've waited. You know, when we was having a discussion about coming on the show, you know, when Mark asked me and whatnot, we're talking weeks, we're talking months ago, and then to finally get on here and then sort of be ill, I thought, nah, let's get some painkillers, let's get anything down, just to sort of get through, because I didn't want to miss it. Do you know what I mean, sort of thing? So that's why I kept my gob shut.
so if anyone wonders why,
Down with the consequences after.
there's your answer.
Yeah.
And I noticed, Mark, that TVP, you've answered for me, Laurie's comment. What's the last show worth a watch? Less fun, not live. Well, I thought it was funny, especially at the start. And I noticed Mark isn't using the Lamo tonight.
No, I'm not using the Lamo. Don't you dare.
Oh,
the
thick
word you
northern
mentioned.
twat. Just call it a Lamo, for God's sake.
I've retired it after last week. I'm never using it again.
I'm not never using it again. No,
It's my favourite tank. It's like my favourite motor lung, apart from this new Zachary. But I just can't use it anymore because Tina has ruined my vaping lifestyle. Thanks, Tina.
It's not half as funny when you know it's coming, but your reaction was comical last week. It really was. It's like you were looking around your room for a female voice. Who said that?
I was like, Becky?
So, what should we talk about first? I have caught up with chat. I think I have. Wendy, you're all hunting down grub screws. I spent the last year trying to find door magnets. Is there some special rabbit hole I need to go down?
Door magnets, you can go on.
Is it First for Magnets?
First for Magnets is one. You can go on Stealth Vape, they do magnets, and also modmaker.co.uk do magnets. Grub screws, go on eBay. Just searching high tensile grub screws.
Like I say, I'll put a link on last week's show. If you go on that, look underneath at the comments. I'll put a link for the grub screws, and it's dead easy. You've got what size you want, I think it's 2.5 mil or 3 mil, and then
So the size is the size for all vaping products is either 2.5 by 3 millimeters, 3 by 3 millimeters, or 4 by 3 millimeters. If you just get a pack of each of them, you'll be set forever.
yeah, it was so easy from a drop down menu, so that's easy.
Just don't do what my mate Ian Keys did. He got 3 by 40 millimeters and he got big old fucking door screws.
Yeah, I saw a picture of that.
What a dumbass!
Oh, Kieran, sorry to hear that. I did see earlier on that you both went and got your vaccination together, so you're all right, but your missus isn't. Eva's been in bed all day and still is.
I had to take my mum. My mum hasn't been feeling very well for the last 4 or 5 days. And my dad phoned the doctor this morning and he goes, I can't give you any tablets and things like that until you have a COVID test. So I take my mum and dad for a COVID test this morning, even though they've had their first vax 6 weeks ago.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
So negative, I assume.
Don't know. Not get the results until tomorrow.
Right. I thought a lot of the time they told you the results sort of there and then, but
no, this is one of the
you get a half-hour test now, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you test positive with the half-an-hour test, then you have to have one of these tests anyway.
Right.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you test with the
Mark, I
the
don't
quick
know.
result test, if you test positive, you must then have the full COVID test.
Yeah.
There's more false positives because out of the 30-minute test.
Well, luckily, TVP don't catch COVID. COVID catches TVP. All right. I'm never going to get COVID.
Oh, Zatlan, shut up.
Huh?
I'm just going to call you Zatlan from now onwards.
I'm too gangster me to get COVID.
Whatever.
You might have had it though, mightn't you? You don't know. Half the people
possibly because Becca had it.
Probably already had it.
So, yeah, I did feel a bit shit, but says what it is, isn't it? If I've had it, I've had it. If I haven't, I think the thing is, I'm in a good age bracket, me, where I'm healthy, I'm middle aged, so I don't really think, and that's not to disrespect, people that have, younger people that have fallen seriously ill with it, but I'm quite confident that if I did get it, I'd be okay. Could be famous last words then, couldn't it?
Yeah, it affects different people different ways, doesn't it? That's the trouble.
Everybody different.
I know a chap, he had it, and because he went for the antibody test, and he said, yeah, you've had it. And he said, I never knew I had it. He didn't know at all. He had no indication whatsoever. But saying that, you wouldn't call him a fit bloke. Well, you would in a pub because he'll drink anyone under the table. But other than that, you wouldn't call him a young, fit guy. But he just, for some reason, he breezed up. But his missus had it as well. That's why he got the test, and she was quite bad. So,
just affects people differently, doesn't it? It's like my old stepmom. She used to get pleurisy quite a lot. When you get fluid on your lungs. And I don't know if it was just because she was susceptible to that kind of thing, but she used to get it like once every couple of years, and she was really, really bad with it. So I think some people are just more susceptible to getting, more seriously ill than others.
Yeah. So, Ian
Dean, that's your immune system and everything, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean it's very, very rare I even get a cold, like a common cold. If I get one a year, I consider myself unlucky. So it's very seldom I get ill.
I've had a lot.
But I don't take. I've gone through life me not taking. So I don't take paracetamol. I don't take aspirin. I never took none of that bollocks. And I always try and stay away from antibiotics unless it's like super necessary.
Yeah, I must admit I don't know them, but I am on them at the moment. But I've had far less colds since I've been vaping than when I was smoking. I used to get a lot of sinus as well when I was smoking, and I haven't had any of that since either. So
I get bad sinus because I vape heavy VG, like 80-90 VG liquid. I get really snotty sinuses all the time, but that's just purely down to the high VG.
What's going on at your household, boy?
Sorry, I'm getting distracted by a naked body in the corner of the room here.
Yo, flip that camera around, boy.
How did I know?
Definitely not.
Show us the merch, Roy. What are you doing?
Eddie Michelle.
The massive difference I noticed though when I quit and went on to vaping, just when you're going to sleep at night, you ain't struggling for breath as you lay down. You get rid of that. With the fags, when I used to smoke, it used to take me 10 minutes to gather my breath before I could even go to sleep.
Used to have
And mostly a vape.
Wheeze when I smoked and laid in bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. That disappeared when I was
leave the windows open to get some air in.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it?
Can I just say we've got a celebrity in chat, Big D, the Vapor of the Year is in chat. Welcome, Big D. I don't think we're worthy, but it's nice to have you in, brother.
Evening, Big D. I must admit, I'm nearly. I can see his comment now. I'm nearly up with chat, which is just amazing, amazing for me. TVP has had the FP vaccine.
Somebody put in chat, is there a TVP vaccine yet? Thanks, Kieran. So you boys had any vape mailing this week? I got something in today from Steamcrave. The size of this box, man.
Crikey.
That looks well good, that does.
What the size of it, man? The old Titan V2 kit, man. You get everything in there. The mod tank, spurs, mesh deck.
Did you not ask for 4, Mark?
Yeah, that looks nice, that does.
No, I didn't even know it was coming. I didn't know it was coming at first, because at first they said we haven't got any stock, so you're not having it. And I've worked with Steamcrave like forever, probably since day one. And they said we haven't got any stock, so I thought, right, yeah, okay, fuck off. Anyway, they sent it, obviously, so that's coming today. So I'm looking forward to giving that a whirl.
Yeah, that's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, my kind of vaping speed, that as well. Roy's got some hell vaping.
Dean says, funny how I haven't caught a cold in over a year. Many thanks to ignorant people now wearing masks. I think there's just been a lot less colds in general with people wearing masks, isn't there? And flu. Yeah, Big D, Jackson, hope you're on the men, pal. From to you, obviously, Jackson. So, yeah, review-wise, I know Mark TVP asked me last week, what am I going to review? And he kind of said it tongue-in-cheek, like I haven't reviewed anything in about 6 months. So,
and then lo and behold, I get a notification. Jeez, man, he uploaded a video. What's going on?
So I thought, well, I better do one. But I wanted to anyway, because this Bishop arrived. I didn't order many because, as I said before, I tried the prototype and I thought that's not that good. But when the retail version arrived, now I know what everyone in chat was on about. It's completely different. Completely different. I mean, I had air holes in mine. I don't know if you can see them. There, going all the way around. It's the airflow mechanism is completely different. And on the retail version, as you can see, there's just a pin either side, interchangeable pins. So
that's why they have prototypes, isn't it? To improve them.
That's all very well, Mark, but if you're going to send me a prototype, tell me if you're changing it. That's not what the product is anymore, because on that information, I didn't order them for stock, and I wish I had it done, because, yeah, it's very, very good.
Yeah, no, I think, for me personally, I think it's a gorgeous-looking tank. It looks really, really like industrial and aggressive, man. I just love that in a tank.
Yeah, it's it's quite bizarre how they've done it. I mean, it's a bit like the flashy vapor one, which I've got one here somewhere, but it doesn't vape the same. It doesn't vape the same as that at all.
What are we talking price-wise on these Bishops? Are they expensive or what?
No, I'm going to say by memory about 35 quid. Might be 38. I can't remember now. You know what I'm like with prices, Mark. Terrible. Even though I say them, I can't remember. But as soon as I put them on, I'll be honest, I only got 5 of each colour and size, so 20 altogether. And I think they're all gone. There might be a couple of 2 mil ones left, but
yeah, well, I know Matt Benson's been gloating all week.
Yeah, well, he would have been. And quite rightly too, to be honest, because Matt has been in chat and saying, are you going to stock them? They're really good. And I've been, nah, they're not all that.
So let me ask you this then, Mark. Is it a strictly motor lung tank?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Right. So, what's it like compared to the old
Exactly.
Zachary?
It's the airflow is the quietest, smoothest airflow I've ever known. You can't even. I know that one's quiet, but not as quiet as this. This is like super, super quiet.
You won't like it because it's not popping.
Yeah, mine pops. I don't know if it'll pop.
Can't build a careful though, can you?
And it's $34.99.
Look, right up to the microphone. You still can't hear it, man.
That's the K fund. You can't hear that.
Yeah,
but
silent.
you can't. Let's do this as well. That is just dead silent. So both good. Flavour, I think the Ed Zachary might just have it on flavour. Yeah. Might just have it because the flavour on this Ed Zachary thing is something else. It's really good.
Well, for me, it's the best. It's the best, and it's the best for a reason. Now, I know people are going to say, "Well, you ain't got the authentic." I've got an authentic 2019 behind me, so suck it. Although they've redone the airflow on this. Listen, it's the best, and it's the Carefun's always been the best for a reason. When it comes to mouth to lung, for me, they're just unrivaled.
It is very, very good. I do think they've got the airflow right now. I mean, I've got the authentic 2019. I think this one's the authentic because I've got this one is. But you can see with the authentic, I was getting some dribbling coming through on the 510.
Yeah, you will do.
But you don't get that with the version 2.
No. The only drawback I've got with this tank, and I've always had it, is it's bottom filled, and it pisses me off.
Yeah. Yeah.
We shouldn't be having bottom filled tanks in 2021. I don't care what Sformester have said about performance and it enhances and this and that nonsense. Because one of my main gripes with the V1 was there's not enough knurling to get that bottom off. If you over tighten that, you have to stick something in the hole like a screwdriver to get the fucker off, and that's on the authentic as well. It's a nightmare to get off.
Yeah.
It either needs more knurling on, or just looking at.
I haven't had a problem getting the base off the version 2.
Well, I've got big old fat sausage fingers, mate. So trying to get hold of one piece and get hold of that bottom, it's just a bit of a pig. I can do it. I can do it on this one, and in fairness, it does seem a little easier. But again, just shouldn't be having bottom fill.
So, I mean, this one's bottom fill as well, the Bishop, but they are bringing out a bell cap to top fill it. And I got in contact with Ambition Mods and said, right, well, I wish you'd have told me that the retail version was different. And I wish you'd have sent me a sample as well, and I would have bought them. But anyway, by the by, and I put a decent order in, including the bell caps, which were only available yesterday. I think that's when they started to produce them. So I put all this order in, Mark, and can we all guess what's happened? DHL are not now shipping out of China.
No, they're not.
So I know they've stopped in the US, but they've now stopped all shipping out of China as well. So
even to countries outside the US.
Yep. So I said, well, send it with FedEx. They're all right. No, FedEx stopped as well. So that leaves UPS, and UPS are
the worst.
The worst.
You'll get custom fee slaps on that, and 1,000,000%.
Yeah, well, I pay customs fees anyway, Mark. Always pay.
You'll get extra fees with UPS. I honestly, God, guarantee it.
No, it's a little different when you order for stock because the value's always on there anyway, so it's a bit different from your.
Oh, okay, so it's prepaid then.
Well, when you get a sample sent to you via DHL or anywhere, they very often put free sample, and you'll get charged a tenner or something like that handling fee. But it's completely different with when you're buying a lot of something. You get 5 big outers turn up. You have to. You don't have to put the correct value, but I always do because when you're VAT registered, you're robbing yourself anyway if you don't.
Well, I'm surprised at DHL. I thought it was purely an American thing. Clearly, they've gone a bit overkill there. Then, in my opinion, they're looking at the big picture without actually seeing the big picture. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean they might well do it again. They've done this before. They've stopped shipping in China before. Hopefully that'll be a attempt. The last time they stopped, didn't they have some battery explosion in a van or something.
This definitely stopped shipping batteries and all that. Because all batteries used to, anything with like E-Leaf and that used to always use DHL, but they had a lot of internal battery mods, and they always got shipped with FedEx because DHL would never ship batteries.
Yeah. So my advice to anyone in chat watching is, if you want any vaping stuff, I think there's going to be a shortage, because it's not just going to affect me. It's going to affect every online and retail dealer in the country. You know, stock is going to be hard to get, I think.
It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Listen, it's only America and maybe Canada are going to follow suit as well. Well, that's 2 countries out of how many?
Yeah, I know.
You're shooting yourself in the face for no reason.
Yeah.
You know, we've not turned around and said vaping's this and vaping's that, and we're going to ban it. No, why can't we get shit to it? It's ridiculous.
It always seems to be that Jackson's gone again. It always seems to be that, you know, America leads, doesn't it? And
yeah, but they don't. America leads for all the wrong reasons.
I agree. I'm not saying that's right, you know, but it does tend to be. They'll have a rule. We adopt that rule 6 months later, but. You know, in the cases of this shipping to the United Kingdom, you just think, oh, really? So, and apparently UPS are going to follow suit next month. They're going to stop it as well.
Fucking hell, then who's going to ship from? Who's next?
Well, that's going to leave. Just put Mark back.
It'll be Royal Mail, won't it? China Post.
It will have to come by sea, which will take 6 months. Sorry, 6 weeks. That will be the outcome, I think. It'll be.
Well, no, I mean, you have got the option of China Post. I think they do a 7 to 10 delivery, but again, I'm almost certain that's weight restricted as well. So for businesses, that'd be no good.
Well, they'd only be able to sell. Can you imagine this? And 50 parcels of 2 bishops per parcel by China Post. This wouldn't work, would it?
You'd end up getting about fucking 30 of them, wouldn't you? Where's the other 20? Lost.
Yeah, lost. But yeah, so there you go. Sorry.
Well, I'll tell you what. A lot of these big China companies now, the likes of 3F8, Fastech, they're going to feel the pinch now. They're going to have to pull the finger out of their ass and do something about this.
Yeah.
Because they are going to feel like a massive. They're going to take a hit, man.
Yeah. Sorry, I've got screens popping up all over the place.
You'll probably find some of the vape companies will start their own freight company.
It's all right in house, but when you start talking international, like you're talking fucking multi-million, you know, tens and tens of millions of pounds you need. It's ridiculous.
I'm amazed that China use DHL anyway. I'm amazed they don't have their own shipping company.
They probably will. They'll probably start up their own shipping company now once this all starts kicking in, because vaping in China is an absolute mint.
Yeah.
You know, because they're not like they're vaping in China themselves. It's not a big vape market. All their vape market is overseas.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see where we go then in the next couple of months. Definitely, I just think I think all these shipping companies now, they're just shooting themselves in the foot for the sake of it. They're just listening to one big country and assuming everyone else has to follow suit. Well, we don't, unfortunately. We don't.
Yeah.
We are literal industry leaders when it comes to vaping. So get your fucking facts right, all these shipping companies, and stop pandering to everything America say.
It is a bit like that. They do pander.
It is.
Yeah, it's a bit like that.
But I can't understand, because you're talking multi-million-pound companies here. You know, in some cases, billion-dollar companies. Like, are they willing to lose all that money when they don't have to?
Jackie Chan, Mark Naturevape, controversial, asking for 4 like.
Well, I think when he said to me, "Did I ask for 4 Steam Crave mods?"
I
think she's talking about Predator asking for 4 for the show.
I didn't actually mean that. No, you boys know this. There's 4 of us on the show, and if a company contacts me and says, do I want a sample of, I will ask them from now on, can you send 4 so we can all have one and we can all debate and discuss whatever that product is. That's what I meant. Yeah, but good call, Jackie Chan. I like that. That's funny.
Okay.
e-liquid from Juice Cabin. Talking of which we weren't, but I sent you some Drake's net tobacco, didn't I, Mark? You tried it?
You did? I did, yes.
Which one did I send you? Was it the Kentucky?
I got the, is it Virginia?
No.
No, it's the North. Where is it?
Kentucky, was it?
Hang on, I'll get it. It's over on the shelf.
No, I know what it was. Havana. It was a Havana.
It was Havana, yeah.
Yeah, Havana. That's what I thought. So, have you tried it?
I have tried it, yeah.
Because I was talking to Jackson earlier, and you were saying that
Yeah.
you fancied having a tobacco vape, but you didn't know what to buy. You know what?
Yeah.
A lot of the earlier tobacco e-liquids that I tried were absolutely rank. They smelled like socks. They were absolutely horrible, stunk and tasted awful.
It was like sucking spit out of an old ciggy filter. Like vile, disgusting.
It really was, wasn't it? So I suggested to Jackson to try the Drakes. I said you can do an awful lot worse, but I wasn't sure if you would like. I just sent you that as a on the fly, Mark. I didn't know if you'd like that or not like it. I wasn't sure.
I do like tobacco vapes. Now, I must admit, I'm a sucker for an old school RY4 with the caramel in. You know, that sweetness in. But this one I found, I don't know what they've put in this Havana, but I found an almost sweet taste to it as well.
There is a bit of sweetness in there.
There is a little bit of sweetness on the back end, which I did thoroughly enjoy. Now, most straight tobaccos like Virginias and stuff, I won't touch because it's like vaping an ashtray to me. But no, I enjoyed that one. Good.
Excellent stuff. So there you go, Jackson. Next time I'll send you a.
Yeah, I'll have to try some. It's just like the last sort of couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks, I've been craving that sort of backy sort of taste, if that makes sense. And I haven't tried a tobacco flavour since I quit. And then obviously when I first come over to vaping, I think if I remember rightly, it was like a Lambert and Butler style sort of American tobacco I was vaping.
Yeah.
And touch wood, that got me off the fags. But that's like 2 years ago. So I want something sort of up to date where I can sort of smoke, which got a nice taste to it.
Yeah.
I'll try some.
I'll tell you, do now. Obviously, I don't want to go out on a limb and say they're still doing it because obviously, you know, tragically Les died, but he did a really nice net tobacco. Les picking at Juice Cabin.
Oh yeah,
that's what jolted my memory when I saw it in chat.
Yeah, no, I don't know if they're still doing it. I know the shop's still open,
Yeah.
But I don't know if they're still selling that. But he had a nice selection, really, really nice. Tobacco e-liquids.
Now, also in chat, there's these, and I've been reading a bit of this on Facebook as well, bargains on Amazon. What do you know anything about that, TVP, what they are?
I saw it too late. I saw people were posting everywhere in all these groups saying you could pick these mods up for like a tenner, 15 quid. I missed them, obviously.
Are they real, though, or are they knockoffs?
No, they're all legit, yeah.
Are they?
It must have been excess stock, they had. Just getting rid of them.
Oh, yeah.
I must admit, I did have a bit of a Billy bargain on Amazon myself a few months ago, a bit longer than that now. They had Nest cameras, outdoor and indoor, and I think someone must have been leaving or something, and instead of being 165 quid, they were £16.50. They'd put the decimal point in the wrong place. I thought, rude not to.
No.
So, but they were limited to how many you could buy, but that was business accounts only, not on the retail side. But yeah, so that was a little. I think someone got in a lot of trouble for that. Yes, Laurie, we are wearing masks. Kenya, since last March. Yeah, we haven't worn them since last March. They pretty much came into effect. I'm going to say August time. I think it was, but there was a lot of reluctance in the UK to people wearing them, and probably still is. There's a lot of people wearing them as chin rests.
Yeah.
Chin warmers about here. So yeah, quite bizarre. So the question on all our on my tongue, Mark. We were thinking about names for your juice, weren't we? And the question arose that, is the juice worth the squeeze?
Is the juice worth the squeeze? I think that's a wonderful tagline for the e-liquid. Is the juice worth the squeeze? I got to say, I think it is. I think it is worth the squeeze. So yeah, I love that tagline, Mark. That was one of your babies, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's from an old film, The Girl Next Door, I think it was. And when I watched the film, it's early 2000s. I'm going to say 2004, 2006. And I watched the film and I heard him when he said that. It was just something that tickled me. I thought, what an expression! Is the juice worth the squeeze? Which, referred to a woman, I think. Before you take someone's girlfriend, make sure it's going to be worth it to you in the long run.
I think it was definitely aimed at the female.
Jackson's gone again. He needs to hardwire his broadband. He's on Wi-Fi and it's not working for him.
It was the best thing I ever did was hardwire my PC.
Say again, Mark.
Best thing I ever did was hardwire my PC. I mean, it's a little bit fiddly like, but once you've done it, it's done, isn't it?
It makes a massive difference. Yours is as well, Roy, I assume.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Ever since I've started doing anything, going live, it's been hardwired. I wouldn't Wi-Fi is just not dependable enough because it just takes somebody to put a microwave on at the wrong time or CB to go past and it'll blip.
Kieran's just mentioned Bishop RTA 35 2mm version form was sold out over on Naturevape. It is at the moment, Kieran. There is a lot now on order, including the new bell caps, but I'm relying now on UPS. So, but there shouldn't be an issue. They should be here in about a week, I would say, hopefully. Fiona Clark, X-Promiser V5, any good? I haven't tried one. It is an RTA I want to try, but I haven't tried one. I don't think either of you two have either, have you?
No, I've not had the pleasure yet. I hear a lot of people raving about the X-Promiser, to be fair, but I've never tried any.
Oh, Laurie, you tease. So, Mark, the True Tank is no longer the best. Well, Laurie, I've still got one here on the go. I still use it. I think we've been spoilt lately with how good mouth-to-lung tanks are. And
yeah.
I think they are. I feel now that at one point, I firmly believe the True Tank was up there right at the top with the best of them, if not better than most. But I do feel now others have caught it and gone past it a bit. I'm going to be quite honest.
Yeah, to get a good mouth to lung, you used to have to go at the higher end. 3 years ago, you used to have to go more higher end. You'd have to spend upwards 70, 80, and probably double that to get a decent mouth to lung tank. But we're sort of spoiled now. We're absolutely spoiled for choice, all within budget, within whatever your budget is.
I think the Lamo was the start of it, of the budget mouth to lung tank.
I think even before that, looking at the Berserker range and stuff like that, really
I
good
like
range.
the Berserker range a lot. Yeah,
fantastic. Watofo, I'm sure Watofo did one as well. So there's been some really, really good, and I think it's a good thing that these vape companies jumped on the mouth to lung bandwagon because much more accessible to people now.
Well, I would have never looked at a mouth to lung tank until Unicorn brought the Nevermore out, and then that's what started me on mouth to lung tanks. I like pods and things like that, but I would never have thought of spending the money to buy a mouth to lung tank until the Nevermore.
I agree that, well, are they dearer than pods? Not always, but I'll certainly say that they last longer. A lot of pods, I was talking to someone today, funnily enough, and, he didn't approach me. There's someone I know that linked to my other job, and he said, these pod things, he said, I can't get one to last longer than 3 months. He said, they always break. And I said, well, unfortunately, it's
about all they're made to last.
That's the nature of the beast. 3 to 6
You know, unless you go in something like this,
Mm.
you get a standard pod. You know, something like this from Joytech, which I'd consider, you know, poddy. That's what they built. They built to last 3 to 6 months maximum.
Yeah.
Because by then the version fucking 18's out.
Exactly.
Big D vapes, not the plastic pin though. I assume you're talking about the Zachary or whatever. It's not like that now, Big D. It's different. So, welcome back, Jackson.
That pitch as well. I don't know how I keep coming off tonight. The picture keeps like pixels keep really going, and then it comes off.
That's just because your Wi-Fi, Jackson. That's because you're on Wi-Fi. You're going to see pixelated because what you're seeing is your feedback from Mark's machine, so it's coming back through Wi-Fi. What's your bottom picture like?
Let me double check.
What's the wee picture in the bottom like?
Yeah, my picture goes pixelated on here sometimes, but it's always decent on YouTube. But you definitely need to get hardwired, Mark. Get yourself an Ethernet cable.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Obviously, in the little box, I look a bit more clearer and a bit more movable.
Well, that's
not
because
like a robot.
That's what you're seeing. Then what you're seeing, the big picture, is your picture going to Naturevape, then coming back to you on the internet. So it's going out Wi-Fi, coming back Wi-Fi. So that's why you're seeing it.
Hang on, can we just appreciate how good my robot was then? Come on.
What does it look your end then? Do I look all right your end?
Yes.
You're fine, mate. You're fine.
Oh yeah.
Yes, the
Vertex
from Helvet, fantastic RTA. I know Big D said he was struggling with the grommets. Yeah, they can be a bit of a pain, Big D, but once it's right, it's right. And like Fiona says, if Helvet came out with a motor lung, it would be the best in the world, probably.
Which RTA is this?
The Vertex. I've heard Hellvapor coming out with a new tank too. Anyway, a new RTA, which I'm really excited about. Apparently they've designed it themselves from the ground up, so it should be really good.
Is that serious?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Why would it not be serious? Why would it not be serious, Mark? What's wrong with you?
It was your look after you said it. It was the cheeky TVP grin. Oh, that's the one. That's the look.
The Volvo.
The Volvo. Yeah, Jesus, what a name, huh? Mark summed it up perfectly earlier, but I couldn't possibly repeat it on again.
The Volvo.
Let's move on.
No, but in all seriousness, I do want to touch on this because the man in question, Vic, listen, he's not going to be the first to be disappointed by a Chinese company. I've had it many, many times where you get to a certain point and they go, "No, I'm not interested." You just got to suck it up, haven't you? You know, you can't throw your toys at your promise. I'm never going to review for them ever again because you're just cutting your nose off to spite your face. It happens to everybody. Look at what Helvet did to Green with that pod mod thing. They didn't pay him a penny. You know, and he slapped his name all over it. Whether he had any input in it, I have no idea. But listen, just suck it up, Buttercup, and get on with it. Well, it happens to everybody.
I think that's the key thing, isn't it, Mark? Input.
Yeah.
How much input was on any product, you know, and
well, ultimately, you've got to take a step back and go, right, what am I losing out on? What am I actually losing out on? What is my input into this? If it's not that much, which I think he's basically said it weren't that much, then walk away. Walk away and move on and go to another company. You know, don't I don't know, don't throw your toys at your pram. Just carry on.
Yeah.
I got knocked back twice with the FP before Blitz. So you just got to keep going, haven't you?
Well, it happened to you again, didn't it, with Org Vape? Didn't they?
Happened to me with Org Vape.
Yeah.
It's happened to me with Watofo. You know, and I still reviewed for them boys. So you just got to suck it up, man. Be a man, suck it up and move on.
Suck it up and move on. I'm surprised he didn't call it Kelpie again. You know, just because it's a different company, it doesn't mean to say you can't call it a Kelpie.
Well, I think there might have been copyright issues. Plus,
sorry, copyright in China. Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, when I say copyright, I'm thinking maybe Helvape said, "Look, no, you did that. We can't use that name. So let's bring something else out." Which, you know, you can understand. but the name that was chosen to me was ridiculous and open to a lot of ribbing, shall we say? But yeah, just listen. You know, if I could give the man or anyone in that position a bit of advice, it'd just be suck it up, dust yourself off, and move on. It's no good crying over it and, you know, throwing a paddy. Just move on.
Well, we all have disappointments. I mean, I had the True Tank version 2, and actually, I never did show anyone the deck of this, but it you can't really see it there, but it's. See if I can hold it up, show everyone. That was the deck for the True Tank V2, and it had 2 airflow swivels at the side, and it just come here, you bugger. So 2 of those at the side. It just didn't vape well enough, you know. And I was keen to, you know, I said if we're going to do it, it needs to be right. And they were saying, no, we think it's fine. We should just go ahead with it. And I said, not with my name on it, you're not, you know. And so it went on. So yeah, it was disappointing. I think I probably fell out with them in the end, but I wasn't prepared to put my name to that tank because it wasn't good. It wasn't good enough to do.
No, exactly. And you know, when you've gone on record to say the only time I will ever put my name on anything is when I have nothing but 100% control and design, you know, and then you know, 12 months later, you're coming out and saying I've just had some input on the deck. You're open to criticism now. I'm sorry, you're going to be open to criticism and a little bit of ribbing when shit goes south. So, like I say, if I could give him any advice, just dust yourself off, move on, and forget about it. That's the best thing you can do. Forget all about it, because vaping and the vaping industry is a very fickle place. You know what I mean? One week you can be vilified, the next week glorified. It's just people got short memories, man, and they move on. So just forget about it.
I don't think he'd take advice off you, though, Mark, to be fair.
Well, I don't think he would, but listen, there it is. Take it or leave it. You know, you're not like a baby back bitch and carry on crying about it, or do you want to be a man and move on?
I don't know what the response has been, but so MF, cheeky bugger. K-Fun Light is the only tank you need, or the clone if you're a cheapskate.
If I could afford it, Mike, believe you me, that would be the first thing in my cart right now. Be the first thing in my cart. Could I afford it? Absolutely, I would go out and buy it.
How much is it? 80, 90 quid, is it?
90, I think.
It's only about 70 quid, I think.
No, it's more than that.
Is it? But it's still a hell of a lot of money, though, isn't it?
But I'm sure you can get just the airflow insert for the V1.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, possibly so. Yeah.
Yeah,
possibly.
I'm sure you can. But when I did have a look, they were all sold out. So who knows?
My phone keeps
70 quid.
70 dumps.
70.
70, is it? I thought. It was
Yeah, I mean, if I had the money, I'd pay that all.
I
wouldn't even. Do you know what, Jackson? Wouldn't even bat an eyelid. I'd pay that.
No.
No.
I'm quite happy with my head.
No, this is fantastic. Don't get me wrong. And I've got the Ed version 1 and I went out and bought the authentic and I enjoyed it that much. So with this one, I'll probably go and do the same. I still vaped them both, and I vaped them both at the same time. So I'll do the same with this.
Like I was saying to Mark earlier on, I never ever had the V1A1, and obviously got the V2. Is there much difference?
No. Externally, it looks identical. The only thing you've changed, is, from what I can tell, is the airflow.
Yeah,
it's that new airflow,
and that's it.
Different as well, to be honest.
You what, Mark?
So you get a better draw then, sort of thing, don't you?
It's definitely a better draw, in my opinion. It's a more, you can really dial this one in more than you could the last one, and I'm getting no leaks whatsoever from the 510, which when I did the review of the original and it was the genuine one, everyone said, it's because you didn't wick it properly. It was absolutely nothing to do with that. You can see that, look, absolutely.
Yeah,
Right.
nothing on it, is there? Yeah,
Bone
nothing.
So, yeah. Fiona
Yeah,
Clark.
Kieran, the Care from Prime. I never got on with the Prime. Never got on with the Prime. And again, that's another one I bought the authentic of the Prime because it was hyped up, and I just never got on with it. It was very, very phallic, really, really tall looking, and I just didn't like. I didn't like the way it looked. I didn't like the airflow, and the flavour wasn't. It wasn't Carefun-esque for me. It was just lacking.
One K-Fun Prime.
Oh,
Is that an OG or a Zachary?
I couldn't possibly say, Mark. It must be
Say no
genuine.
more,
It's
sir. Say no
got all
more.
the stickers on. It must be genuine.
Yeah, of course it has. Yeah.
Fiona Clark, what's the scoop with the liquids? I assume you're referring to Mark's. So if you missed it earlier on, we did sort of touch on it. I think this is Mark's range. I see it as your range, Mark, TVP range. But I think it's nice. There are 4 of us here. Bounce idea. I know sometimes when I'm doing something on my own, I often think I wish I had someone like to bounce this idea off. So I think it's nice that there are 4 of us that can have, I don't know, a bit of guidance for Mark with the range perhaps, and say, yes, no, yeah, I agree with you.
I think we're all agreed. The 2 flavors that are an absolute yes, they're an absolute win. But like the Keebury needs work.
Yeah.
And like Mark said, if we don't get it right, we don't get it right. We've come up with the tagline. I've come up with a name. Just working on the design now.
Yeah. Which you're getting done, aren't you, Mark? In case you don't know the flavours, Fiona, it's strawberry banana milkshake is one, and a strawberry custard is the other. And speaking personally,
and it's vaping.
that strawberry milkshake is just, I could just drink it out of the bottle. I'll be honest, I really could. It's lovely.
The strawberry custard 9 milligram is spot on.
Oh, it is. That's what I've got in here, Jackson. Love it.
Have you? I was saying to Mark earlier on, I only ever vape sort of 3 milligram, and I tried obviously the strawberry custard the other day. I thought it might be a bit too strong for me.
Not is it?
Bang on.
That's smooth, isn't it? Smooth. You get it in. Honestly, got it.
Wow, smooth.
Have you got it in the Zachary?
I had it in the Zachary, yeah.
Smooth as silk.
Bang on.
It's liquid
Lovely.
crack.
Well, here we go. But you got to be careful because the bottle's only that small.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess a lot of people want to know
that
time frames and stuff like that. Well, I don't think we can put a time frame on it yet, but if I don't know, probably Mark would probably know more than me.
Too long because we've got to get the MSDS certificates and everything. That doesn't take that long. That's not as long a process as it used to be.
No.
We'll have it for Christmas.
Oh God, yeah. And the one thing I will say is you can bank on it. It will be done. So.
Oh, hang on. Tina's in chat.
Oh, is she?
Hey, Tina.
Hey, Tina.
How are you, beautiful?
So yeah, it will be done. It will be.
Give her a wee blast. Give her a wee blast. Naturevape.
Give her a blast.
Oh, thick northern twat. Just call it a Lamo, for God's sake.
Lamo.
Lamo.
You just put hello in chat with a kiss. I'll just put piss off Tina.
I'm just skipping through. Oh, right. Graham says 3F Vape won't ship anything over £80. Presumably that comes back to the shipping as well then. So thanks, Graham, for telling us that. I think this whole thing's just going to get wider before it gets narrower, don't you, with this shipping,
Oh, yeah.
Yodel's time to shine. Yeah, I guess it would be, wouldn't it? How good would that be if Yodel said, yeah, come on in, let's have a go at this.
Yeah, but when you think about it, what companies actually do international shipping?
TNT,
worldwide shipping.
TNT, FedEx, UPS, and DHL. I can't think of any others.
They're the big four, but TNT are part owned by, I'm almost certain, by Royal Mail. They use Royal Mail as a carrier a lot of the times.
Are they? I can't remember. There was something, wasn't there?
So the big three have all, apart from UPS, which you say are going to go in and follow suit in a month, the big three are all like done.
Fiona Clark, we got T classes for 28 quid from 3F8. Good God. How can I not being funny, I couldn't buy them for that wholesale. How can I compete with things like that? Oh, talking about, I'm going to have a shameless plug now. Talking about special offers, I'm going to tell you all about one. The True Juice. I had someone, and he's down in the bottom right-hand corner, ask about my True Juice and wholesaling it. When I checked the dates, they run out in June and September of this year, which shocked me. I was like, oh my God. So I've put them on the site on special. So the reality is they're in date. They'll vape the same in 6 months after that date. There's no difference, honestly. It's a date for date's sake, and I think. But anyway, so they're not even out of date. They run out in June or September, depends on which flavour you get. And I'll put them up at, instead of $13.99, $5.99, including a free nick shot. So if anyone wants to take advantage of that, if you go to the clearance page on the website, you'll see all the flavours there. The strawberry custard, rhubarb custard.
Couldn't you have told them that at the end of the show? The numbers are going to drop by like 30 now. Everyone
I bet they don't. They don't. We're on 119 and 18, 17, 16. No, I bet they don't. So I just thought, I haven't done an email about it or anything. I thought I'd just tell everyone on here, anyone who wants to take advantage of that, there's, the stock is there. And it's not even that it's cheap, nasty juice I'm selling cheap. It's good juice. But I think the blackcurrant raspberry and lime had a longer date on, but I've included that on the bargain list as well, and the mango. So everything's on there. Mango, peach, and papaya. They're all there. I thought.
Can I use my discount code?
Let me think. I'd rather you didn't. Oh, right. 3F8 is using Yodel. I didn't know that.
Yeah, but that's basically China Post, and you're to pick it up over here, isn't it?
Nutty Vapes, Naturevape, will you be getting any more of the 24mm Bishops in stainless? I'll be getting a lot more of all of them. And the bell caps as well, which they've just started making. So that will make top fill for it as well. So, yeah, I will be. Nutty Vapes, just bear with. I didn't order enough because I hadn't tried them. And judging off I've discussed it earlier, but off the prototype, I was scared to order more. But it's a completely different beast to that. Laurie, when will you get more true bubble glass back? I'm afraid, Laurie, I think that's all gone. I think the last two went out today because Tina said that's it. There's the last two. So I think, Laurie, you might have to go on to an Ed Zachary.
The boss told you that was them all gone?
The boss told me. Yeah, she did. Yeah.
The boss had spoken. That's it.
What's this? Fetch Fletch. Mark, does that mean you're going to ask Hellvape for Volva? Yeah. Is that what it's called? Volva?
No, it was the Wolva, but I suppose if you're Russian, it would be Volva, wouldn't it?
Right.
Yeah, strange old name, to be fair, the Wolva. It's probably some mythical creature.
I think it probably is a mythical doodah, isn't it? Yeah. More drownings in rivers, probably. Bat Polly's got a bounce. See you later. Take care. I'm just skipping through chat. If anyone else has got anything they want to discuss while I'm sticking sticking, skipping through it.
What reviews have you got coming up?
Well, I recorded the Arbiter today and the Drag 3, so they just need stitching together, which I'll do in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
I'll post one out tomorrow and one out on Thursday.
Right.
Then I'm going to do the What's Going Down.
Oh yeah, when you're doing that on Sunday, ain't you?
Which is probably fitting this week. I'm going to be doing that on Sunday.
I can't think what you'll be discussing on there, Mark.
I'd love just to get near my reviews at the minute. I've just been trying to build my man cave in the garage.
So how's that?
Oh, you should.
Yeah, it's going all right. It's built. I just need to deck the inside of it out now. I've got the boards coming for it on Friday, and then between running parents about, so I had to take my mum and my dad to get COVID tests today, and things like there's no picture in the TV, so having to go up and sort that out for my mum because she can't work the remote controls properly. She keeps pressing the wrong buttons, and picking Michelle up from work, which won't have to do now for a while because the shop's been closed to 12th of April. But I've got reviews. I have 3 reviews actually sitting on YouTube that need to be released. I just haven't found the time to release them, and I've got 3 more sitting ready to be edited. And then I will have the Hell Vape Grim Green Pod. Also have
He's a grinner, and all you can see is the side of his mouth grinning through the box.
the Unlimited that you reviewed last year, Jackson. The Unlimited.
Yeah, that's not bad tank, I thought.
Michelle picked those up cheap from somewhere and passed me them today.
You should have said, Roy, I think that was me who sent you yours, wasn't it? Jackson? The kit?
Yeah, the kit, the special edition. Yeah. The mouth to lung version.
You could add that, Roy. I never thought of that. You could add that.
Yeah, stock coil and rebuildable deck.
Yeah.
Well, that's
stock coil, Jackson. What's that for?
The Kazuku, isn't it? Unlimited mouth to lung.
Oh yeah, I had that. Yeah, I never reviewed that. I won't.
See, the drawer on it, what I tended to find, the drawer on it was perfect, but it lacked in flavour. That was my opinion. It just lacked.
Yeah, I agree. It wasn't
nice looking.
I didn't think it did work for me, which is why I didn't stock them. They sent me some samples. I didn't think it was all that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, I've done
the version Roy's got, the direct lung one. That's not bad. The rebuildable part on it was all right, decent flavour, to be fair with you. I never tried it in the stock coil, but the rebuildable side was decent flavour.
The stock coil uses the Falcon coil.
Oh, I didn't use it, Roy.
It's the where is it? It's the Falcon coil that it uses.
Ah, yeah. When you put the extension and everything like that on it, it's pretty heighty tank now.
There's it's weird with the two airflows, the bottom airflow and the side airflow.
Yeah, it just didn't work for me.
Yeah.
The other one they did, the Limit, that was a mouth to lung and also a stock coil around it, if I remember rightly. That one weren't bad.
They did these things as well, didn't they? The mod.
Oh, the tech mod with the wonky.
Don't buy that. Don't buy them.
They offered me these really super cheap, like almost giving them to me, and I still didn't have them. I didn't think they were as good.
No, the shape of them was all off for me, like that wonky. Just doesn't look. You know what I mean? If you're gonna have a side by side mod, it has to be straight, aesthetically pleasing. That just looked wrong.
Yeah. Preferably
the Kazuku mod I brought, and I didn't even have batteries in mine, and the battery indicator was on. I had no battery in it. It was on. Do you know what I mean? And the place I got it from, this is, it can't be true, it can't be true. So I have to do a video and I have to take pictures as well. It's saying it's on. There's no fucking battery in the fucking thing. So no, stay away from them. They're shit.
Well, that's the trouble with a lot of companies, isn't it? They bring a couple of tanks out, then they think all of a sudden they can bring a mod out, and it doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? It's got to be something pretty fucking good, you know, to enter the market and sell well. And that thing,
Yeah.
you know, no one's saying it's not made half decent or anything like that. You know, the materials and everything looked decent, but the shape of it was just god awful.
It's when they can get one to auto fire without a battery and they've cracked it, and they've really come.
Well, that's the one, yeah.
Come
Batteryless vape.
I didn't get it. I didn't understand it whatsoever.
Fiona Clark
get
wants
it.
to know where my carafe of beer is, or lager. We did look that up last week after the show, and we found some. I think it was Carling.
It's basically a vase, okay? So, and I have got a carafe for next week's show, which I'm working on getting a Carling label for it.
Really?
Yeah, I have, yeah. So I will be drinking from a carafe.
That was, I nearly lost the plot last week, folks. I don't think you know how close I was to just lost.
I was gone, me. I was just gone.
Eden Cheech.
Black Country Vapor has just ordered 3 bottles of True Juice. See, I told you should have waited.
Well, no, that's good. That's a good thing. I hope he enjoys it.
Yeah.
Cracking. Yeah, it's what it's there for. I would rather, because the problem with all these things is if I have to order, they were a bit like we're going to do with you, Mark. You have to order not just 10 bottles, you have to order a couple of hundred. And if something, you know, hasn't sold within its time, you don't get long with juice either. You know, I couldn't believe it. It shocked me when I saw the dates. I'd rather people took advantage of that, enjoyed the juice, than lifting up the top of my wheelie bin and throwing it away because I can't sell it because it's out of date.
Now, how long do you actually get with the juice once
You
it's
only get
made
about a
and it's
year and a
sealed?
bit. Year and a
It's
bit.
a year, not a year. So far,
Really?
normally.
Yeah, sometimes up to
That's
2,
it.
but yeah, you don't get long. And you know, that's the problem.
Right.
All juices like that. It's a bit like selling sweets in a sweet shop. You know, that they go out of date. How many times do you see a little sweet shop chucking sweets in a box because they're all out of date?
Yeah.
Fruity juices are not so bad. You probably get 18 months out of them, but anything with cream and custard in 12 months and it starts going black then.
Only black when the nicotine's in it. Without
once the nic's in, and you know it's been aerated a few times. Yeah, nasty.
But a sealed bottle, I reckon they could put another year on it easy.
They could do, yeah.
Yeah, and it would be fine. Faking with Vic.
I think it's just to cover their own arse, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I remember in the early days, God, what was the name of that e-liquid we were selling? And they asked me what date I wanted on it. And I said, surely the date is the date. It should have a date that you say it expires.
Just put 2026, be right.
Oh, just
no one will notice.
give
5 years,
give it 30 years. Let's play it safe.
Yeah. I'll be dead then. There'll be no comebacks.
Big D has been liking the Berserker Mini V2. I haven't tried the V2. I want to try that. I like the V1. It was good. It was good. A lot of people had leaks. I never had a problem. Cyclist Scooby Flyer. No need to spend more than £40 on a mouth to lung. More than that is a rip-off.
Hi, Tina.
I kind of agree. There are some that take my fancy, and I think, no, I'll spend the extra on that.
I don't necessarily agree with that, Christine, if I'm being brutally honest. Although, for a lot of people and a lot of vapors, that's that's the limit because, you know, again, I've always said vapors are tight asses, which nothing wrong with that. But there's definitely tanks out there that are worth a little bit more, definitely. For the quality, the machining, the vape quality, even you know, going down to something like screw quality, O-ring quality. So yeah, I think there's definitely a market for more expensive motor lung tanks. Absolutely.
Laurie, but the True has a bubble glass that makes it larger volume. What compares now? I'll tell you what I will say. This kind of answers your question, Laurie. It kind of doesn't. Have you noticed that the economy of different tanks is different? And like this Ed Zachary, it just seems, I think, I must need to fill it up. No, I don't. And it just seems to go on and on and on.
Yeah, that's like almost 2 days, man. It's never ending.
Yeah, it's only 2 mil capacity, but because you're not sucking half of it up through the drip tip like you are with some of them, It just seems so economical.
I put one of your motor lung coils in, Mark. The ones that I think they're supposed to be 0.8. You know, the 0.8 little motor lung ones coming out 0.86 on the DNA, 16 watts, and it's just perfect. So it's all about the build and the wattage you're vaping out as well, down to economy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I was vaping this at 20 watts, that'd have been refilled by now.
But there are
The
some
eye in it.
that the juice
Mark.
does come up. Sorry, Mark, I'll let you go in a second. The juice comes up through the, like, you pull the drip tip off. It's caked in juice underneath. You know when you're sitting in your chair and you give it that one, you go, "Pah, pah, pah." You know you've got juice coming up the tube. So, I mean, the Lamo, for example, wasn't as economical. It's a bloody good tank, but not as economical as this, I didn't think. Over to you, Jackson. What do you reckon?
Yeah, no, all I was going to say is, I don't know if you could see, but I put the Perspex on it, top cap. I quite like the look of that. I normally average, I don't know, probably about 500 or 600 puffs a day, and I only fill it up once. I get up in the morning, I fill it up, and by night time, I've still got a bit of juice in there, and that's it, once done. Do you know? So
See, that one of the downfalls
really
with this careful, Jackson, is because the bell cap's polycarbonate and the tank's polycarbonate as well.
Yeah.
Now, I vape Nasty Juice ASAP Grape, which is a tank cracker, and it's my favourite motor lung ever. Luckily, I've got a glass for this, a little tiny glass. Now, I found it in my box. I don't know what tank it come off years and years back, but it fits it perfectly. So once I've ordered some, once my ASAP Grape comes, I can vape it in this. But if I left this in, it cracked to smithery within 24 hours.
Flipping hell.
And that's the only annoying thing with this. It should come with a glass tank as well.
Yeah.
Now we know why you use a carafe, because you lie back in your chair and it's the carafe, just the neck on the sort of the neck on the bottle just eases it down.
It just nestles on my man boobs. Got the Vertex, but sometimes struggle with the grommets. Yeah, so Laurie, we'll have a chat, no doubt. I'll sort your tank out of some description. I will do.
I think if she loves motor lung,
she does. She's always loved the True Tank, but she's biggest gripe with the True Tank was that she's got long hair, and she used to get. Tina had the same problem. Get it caught in the little Why can't I say flange without grinning?
You can't. No one can say flange without smirking. All right, it's impossible.
It's an engineering term. I shouldn't be such a child.
It is, but come on, we're grown ass men. It's like when you fart, you still laugh. But if she loves motor lung, Laurie, definitely be looking at something like this because it comes with a bell cap. I don't know. Is the capacity? Does it go up to 3.5?
I don't know what the bell cap goes up to.
I'm sure it's something like 3.5.
3.8.
Yeah, 3.5.
Laurie, even better. So I'd definitely be looking at that all day long. Mark's got them on the site now, so snooze you lose. They won't be there long.
Or when I've got them, this Bishop and if anyone hasn't seen, this Bishop is quite a bizarre design. If you pull it off, you've got the inside there. There's your coil. Hang on. Will that focus? Yep. I've done a review on this anyway during the week. So you just put the wick through, snip it at either end of those clamps. This bit, you can turn upside down. You can do what you like with the top. It doesn't leak. And it just slowly wicks through. Clever.
The only thing I'd say about the Ed Zachary, it's a pain in the backside to fill. You have to take it apart to fill.
It is, right. There's no getting around it. It is that. I mean, as much as I love the tank, it's a pain in the bum. If you've got juicy fingers, forget about it. You're not getting that undone. All right.
So, if you were talking about the Bishop, don't play with the Bishop when you've got juicy fingers. Don't play with the Ed Zachary when you've got juicy fingers. That must have been fun for Ed in his bedroom, making that, bashing the Zachary out. Juicy fingers.
What juice are you vaping, Roy? I think I want some of that.
Strawberry custard.
I'll go on that next.
Liquid track.
Well, yeah, Laurie Bergman, listen to me. Listen to TVP, look into my eyes. Get it. And thank me later.
There's Shellin, chat, eventually. After standing naked in the corner of the room, she's now downstairs.
Sorry, why can't I haven't come across Tina's comment at all in chat?
Tina's been and gone. She's been and gone.
Tina's left me. She's gone. Oh no.
She's been and gone, mate. She said like 10 minutes. I'm off now. Later.
I'm off. I think I'm skipping through the comments. A lot of them about the hell vape and stuff. So skip through that. I thought we have discussed it. Obviously, I was going to say you can't say too much in chat. You'll end up on a bridge that will get nuked or something. So you
yes.
Oh, there's Tina. Hello, Tina. Bush with a kiss. So I think we're in the last 5 minutes. Is there anything anyone else wants to talk about before we depart?
Well, I think I've said everything I wanted to say tonight. To be fair, diplomatically, of course. Yeah, I'm done.
You're all done, Roy. Anything you want to discuss?
Are you still not bankrupt yet?
He's took a cheeky pill, hasn't he? He's took a cheeky pill.
I'll tell you what, no offense, but the other geezer will be bankrupt before you. My, how the tables turn.
Yeah, that was some comment. But yeah, no, I'm all right, Roy. Funnily enough, I'm okay. My bank manager seems happy enough.
Great to hear.
Yeah, so all okay. Jackson, anything you want to discuss before we go?
Just to let everybody know, a bit of a plug. Obviously, the Ed.
Oh, here we fucking go. Here we go.
Need to review up on the channel. So head over there and have a look.
Head over where?
Check it out. Yeah.
Head over to my channel, Jackson Vape Reviews, the Ed Zachary version 2.
So what coil did you put in yours, Jackson?
I'll put in one of yours, the 0.8 mouth to lung.
I'll tell you what, Jackson, you should get some good views on that, son.
No, that's cracking bit of kit. I'll be honest with you, like I said to Mark, the Lamo for me, mouth to lung wise, I thought brilliant, amazing. And I kept saying, I don't think I personally will find anything better mouth to lung wise. And then when Mark said, "Oh, we're sending this out," I'll be honest with you, I weren't expecting much of it. And then obviously I put coil and everything like that, and I thought, fucking hell, it's better, isn't it? It's a lot better than the Lamo. I don't know. You got the Lamo here. That just comes up here.
You don't pay attention to TVP then, do you? I've been telling you. Once you get this, all right? Game changer, Mark. Yeah?
I did like the Lamo. Well, I still like the Lamo.
Yeah, I do.
There's one here somewhere. I still use it.
The only thing is, guys, when we're talking mouth to lung versus mouth to lung, the Zachary wins. But when you're talking versatility, the Lamo wins because it does more.
Yeah.
I prefer the Lamo in restricted direct lung. That's where I think it shines. But as a mouth to lung versus mouth to lung, the Zachary for me.
Yeah.
Laurie Bergman, no one answered my question about favourite mouth to lung tanks. I think
she's gone now, Mark.
Huh?
She's gone.
She's gone. All these women keep leaving me. Tina's gone. Laurie's gone. Where are they going?
You know.
We did answer that anyway, didn't we? We did.
We answered it and she's left. You just put the original comment up.
Thank you for all the answers. All right. See, that's the problem with not keeping up with chat. That is the problem. Well, I think I've caught up now. I think I'm up to the end. I think I am. Yeah. Yep. I've got the end of the comments there. God, I don't care, but I'm not a elitist. Roy's typing away. Right, okay, well, have we hit that time? We have.
We have.
To 10. We've hit the time. Now, Tina's back. Look, Mark is old blue. Blew him that. What? Blew him? We're back to the juice being worth a squeeze.
I'll tell you what, she's in and out like a Rochdale proser, isn't she? Huh?
I'm back. She says, I'm back. She's like, Arnie. There you go. Laurie's still there as well. Look, yes, you answered it and loved it. Loved it. There you go. See?
Because she heard her name again. That's what it is. You say Laurie's name 3 times, she's like fucking Candyman.
Right. Okay. Well, we started with Roy. Should we end with Roy?
No, I'm going to go first.
Go on in, Dick.
I never go first. Mr. Pound will be going first tonight. So, yes, guys, thank you to everyone in chat for coming in, as usual. Much, much love to you all. Love the show. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Jackson. Thank you, Roy. And remember, guys, a word of advice. If you've been in this chat this week, I would avoid any bridge of any kind for the next 7 days, okay? Yeah, just a word of advice. Stay away from bridges, because you never know. We'll see you next week.
Have you got anything to say about any thumbs up, Mark, or anything?
Yes, and also thumbs up, you dirty bastards. All right, hit the thumbs up.
Thank you, Mark. Let's go to another Mark. Jackson.
Just like to thank yourself, Mark, for having me on the show. Thank TVP and Roy. Massive thanks to chat. Obviously, chat's a massive part in the show. And don't forget, check out the Ed Zachary review over on Jackson Vape Reviews. Give us a comment. Give us a thumbs up. You know, every bit helpful. Week. Take care.
Roy, do you want to just plug Jackson's review of the Ed Zachary on?
No, I don't. What I would like to say, if you want to see how Banging the Bishop it goes, go over to Naturevape's channel and have a look at the Banging the Bishop review that he's put up.
Exactly, yeah. If you're a novice at
Banging the Bishop, check it out, but you might not get another one for 6 months. But thanks to everybody in chat. Thanks to Jackson, TVP, and Mr. Naturevape himself. As always, it's fantastic to be on.
Always lovely to have you, Roy, even though you're gone about the bishop.
Seems a bit obsessed with bashing that bishop, doesn't he?
Well, I would rather play with Juicy Fingers.
Me too, Roy. Me too, my friend.
Right, let's move on. Okay, well, yeah, thanks everybody, everyone in chat, all your comments as always. We will keep you up to date with the juice line of Marks on a week-by-week basis, how we're getting on. You're all, I say it this way, you're all part of this as well, and it's just nice to see it all develop and become an actual product for the market. So really excited and looking forward to it. I know you are as well, aren't you, Dick? So...
Pound, cannot wait.
I've got a new discount code, NV80.
Can I see them bigger than mine? What's going on?
It's outdone yours, isn't it, Mark? Crikey.
You know.
Oh my God, there's Tim Rice in.
Thanks, everyone. Till next week. I'll have me vaccination on Monday. I might be feeling dicky on Tuesday, but I'll be here. Till next week, take care. See you soon. Bye for now.
Peace.